topic going down here around the country. Again, FanView, where real fans talk about real sports. Yo, this is Madman the Big Fan, one of the hosts from FanView on New Orleans Talk Network. Check us out on our new location, Thursdays, 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. And remember, this is not a sports talk show. This is a talk show about sports. Make sure to tune in.
Nobody gives you better conversation about your quality of life.
Let everyone know you listen to
The New Orleans Talk Network.
I'm BigHenry, host of FanView on the New Orleans Talk Network, inviting everyone to take us wherever you go by downloading New Orleans Talk Network app. That is NOTN. Install it to your phone, and we'll be right there with you wherever you go. You stay updated with all the news 24 hours a day. Once again, I'm your host, BigHenry on FanView. Check us out online, www.neworleanstalknetwork.com.
Yeah. Turn down for what? Yeah.
You did.
Thursday. Your day.
Sports day.
Football
day. Yeah, baby.
We back, baby.
We back, baby. We live.
With the Versace on the
floor.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Welcome, everyone. Welcome to FanView, where real fans talk sports, only on New Orleans Talk Network. Listen, I'm your boy, Fred.
You know what I'm saying? I'm Hurricane Head.
Yeah, man, listen, and we to your co-host for FanView, Real Fans Talk Sports. My man GSports right now is out there in Las Vegas. You know,
Living it up.
You know, doing a lot of coverage. I think he's doing a lot of 16U, you know, coverage out there in Las Vegas.
For the Under Armour AAU
championships. Man, give it up to my man GSports, man. Check him out on www.gsports.com. Listen, we appreciate everybody tuning into this show. Before I get this show started, I do give a big round of applause to our armed forces and our military branch, our Army, our Navy, our Air Force, our Marines, you know, our local, you know, law enforcement, you know, our Coast Guard, you know, police department, fire department, man. Big shouts out to you guys for the service and that y'all do for us. We really, really, really appreciate the service that y'all do for us and our communities and for our country. Thank you. Big salute, fellas. Now, we're on the sports, baby. This is what the show is all about. This is about a show as us as fans. If it's the first time watching, us talking sports. Just fans, we're casual people, and we like to get intimate and talk about our sports, baby. Right now, it's football season.
It's that time of year, fellas.
Hey,
exactly 48 games to preseason football. You can't be more excited. No, I'm sorry, to regular season.
Regular season.
2 weeks to preseason. College football right around the corner. High school
football.
You about to start seeing these the spring, the fall scrimmages and the jamborees about to kick up. Man, it's about to be it's our time.
It's our time. It's our time.
Basketball move over.
Yeah, exactly. Basketball out the way. Football in the building. But listen, we got another live, lit show for you guys today. But listen, we got a head coach of St. Helena High School, Coach Brandon Brown, is going to be joining us around 6:15 to give us a little talk about St. Helena football. The Hawks up there.
Yeah.
If anybody know about St. Helena Parish, they're a big, dominant force up there in St. Helena, out there in Greensburg.
Yeah, Greensburg.
Hold it down.
They
2A.
They in that little triangle, of you get to Amy first, then you have St. Helena, then you have Kentwood. So it's a talent-rich area of the state that a lot of people really don't know because it's not the big city, so to speak.
It's one of the small parishes, and a lot of people don't really know about 2A football, but the coach will be giving us a call. We're going to be asking a lot of questions about St. Helena football and a lot about 2A. That's going to be coming in around 6:15. But after that, it's football, baby.
It's football.
It's football time. Training camps have been starting around the country. Saints started today. My Saints started today.
Who that?
I appreciate so many people tuning Keith Lockett. Let's go. Who that? That's a fact.
That's my cousin, baby.
Who that, baby? But we're going to be talking a lot of AFC, NFC East, and AFC, NFC West. We wanted to get to them last week.
But sister, the Hugh Freeze not freezing his bank account and getting on these
he got escorted out of Ole Miss.
These solicitations.
Solicitations around the country, interrupted that portion of our show. You know, he was escorted out of Ole Miss. And everybody want to check me out on Facebook. I did a video about that, like right after it happened, right when we went off the air. And it went like almost 30,000 views. I had some commentary about what I thought about, you know, the actual resigning of him resigning from Ole Miss. Go check that video out. Go to my page, Brandon Fred Jones. Y'all can check out that video. Again, it's football time.
Yes.
I'm so excited. I can't tell y'all so much how excited I am. I actually went out, I think it was Tuesday night. I was actually inside Applebee's. I was sitting down getting something to eat, and I was bored out of my mind. You ever sat inside of a restaurant, and you're sitting there, you know how in a restaurant, a place like Applebee's,
yeah.
and you see all the TVs around there, and obviously they're showing sports, right?
Yeah.
And I'm sitting there, and I think every TV in this Applebee's, right there in Elmwood, was showing horseback riding and bull racing. And it drove me insane. I'm like, is this really a sport? I mean, y'all sitting here watching Fox Sport 1, and I'm like, what is this? And I had to tell the guy, listen, man, could you please turn on NFL Access? Like, turn it on right now, please. It's driving me insane, you know? But I'm glad that, you know, football is here. You know, a lot of training camp news. You know, a little bit about my Saints. You know, people who don't know, we signed Orlando Franklin.
Yeah.
To a 1-year deal today.
Some question marks that happened. If you really don't know with football, if you understand football, you can see writing on the wall. Some of the moves the Saints made with like Damian Swan starting the year off in PUP because he couldn't pass his conditioning test.
Right.
So I'm thinking this is his last hurrah. I'm not even sure he makes the 53.
Me either.
You also have
Donnell Ellerby,
who's
on
IR. Again, I think it's time to it's the talent is there. No doubt about it.
When he can play, it's sideline.
When he played them last 4 games, it's like when him and Sheldon Rankins came and the team was like in full force. It was like you seen a whole different defense from the Saints, and that just not
every
just
year
showed you that he can still do it. But
right.
I think I'm a little torn between. I'm not even sure if it's him hurt or if it's the Eric Gordon effect.
Right.
You just don't want to be here.
He don't want to be here.
You don't, the team not going off as fast as you thought it would, and you just not ready. Because every year you're not ready for a training camp.
Well, it bothered me. I can't think of every year you look at Donnell Ellerby and you say to yourself, he starts the season on IR on a pup. You know, it's my hip, it's my leg, my arm, my shoulder, my thigh. This year my foot. Dude, what is it? I mean, every year you don't start the season for the team. It irks my nerve. It pisses me off. It's aggravating every year. It's like, this shit is IR. Can y'all please cut this dude?
Now, I will say something that shocked me, and I didn't know it. Ryan Ramczak is going to play left tackle. That's big.
That's big time.
That's big. And
a rookie protecting Drew Brees.
I mean, the kid can play. I'm telling you, a lot of people was questioning the kid. I'm telling you, he's going to be us. I thought they was going to put him at the right tackle spot. I thought they was going to move some pieces around. But to come in saying, like, he's going to play left tackle. So that means you got to have him on the left side because I don't see nobody beating him out in that spot. You're going to have him on the left side. You're going to have our free agent side, Larry Warford, playing the guard. With both guards, you're going to have Pete at the other guard. Mm-hmm. The question mark's going to be at center.
Right.
Because we lost my longtime swingman, Lolito.
Right.
So that's
going to be... Max Unger may be ready week 1.
Yeah, but it's still that continuity.
That continuity,
the
timing.
Offensive line is one of those... It's like the secondary.
Correct.
You got to get the feel of what your other guys do well, and by him not being able to practice with the rookie, to get used to his line calls and all that stuff. So that might be a little hindrance. But one thing I want to remind our Saints fan out there, without our best offensive lineman last year, and Terran Armstead, and just throwing people in mixed places, Drew Brees only got sacked 20 times. Sean Payton know how to keep his quarterback healthy with schemes, certain play calls, and Drew is smart enough to know when to get it out fast. He see pressure coming, get it out, get ready for the next play.
What you're saying is it's actually a good thing that 49ers selected Reuben Foster over the Saints. That what you're saying right now?
Hindsight is 20. No, I'm saying hindsight.
That's what we're saying right now.
Hindsight is 20. I mean, as of right now, what's more of a glaring need? Protecting your quarterback are getting the linebacker. Right now.
Right now,
It's
the O line. It's the tackle.
Well, so I mean,
we know Teron Armstead can't start the season just like Donnell Ellerbe.
I mean, because Teron Armstead, the thing is, not like Sean Payton said yesterday in the interview that he will play this year, but you're hoping that you get something back. That he's the same guy that you gave that big money to.
Right.
So,
well, I think again he's gonna start on a pup list, and at the end of the day, by about week 6, he's gonna be a guy that's gonna be healthy. And if he is healthy, obviously he walks into his role, and then obviously the rookie tackle goes back, to being maybe a swing guy for this team and still getting some reps. But before the coach comes on, we got the coach on the line. Y'all ready, everybody?
Here we go.
Here we go.
Get
Coach,
y'all question in.
If everybody who's tuning to Facebook Live right now, get your questions in. We're going to try to get as many questions as possible. The head coach with St. Helena High School, Mr. Brandon Brown. Coach, are you there?
Yes, sir, I am.
How you doing today, Coach?
I'm doing excellent. And yourself?
Well, we're maintaining, We're maintaining. We're glad to have you on the line. Thank you for tuning into FanView, giving us an opportunity to talk with you a lot about St. Helena High School.
College and Career Academy.
College and Career
Academy.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Look, I'm just blessed, and I thank you guys for having me.
No problem. Go ahead, Coach.
Yes, sir.
Well, tell us a little bit about St. Helena College and Academy. Tell us a little bit about your experience that you've been there. Now, been the head coach here for a few years now. Kind of tell us a little bit about St. Helena, a little bit about two-way football for a lot of our listeners who are tuning in. Because a lot of times, I'll be honest with you, Coach, I'm a Higgins alum. I'm a 5A guy. So a lot of people don't really tune into two-way football. So tell a little bit about St. Helena, being up there in St. Helena Parish, and a little about your program, and a little bit about some of the things that y'all do up there.
Well, I'll tell you what, St. Helena is really a gold mine.
Now, let me ask you a question, Coach. I got to bring this up. Last year, you guys go 13-3. On the lose, I think maybe one game in district. Heck of a season. You guys goes up to, I think, right before the championship game, you guys go against Madison Prep. You lose 31-6.
Correct.
Tell us a little bit about that loss and kind of what y'all went through as a team and y'all experience. And also tell us about the kid that you got on your team now. I think he's one of the top 50 kids prospect-wise in the state in Troy Hurst. Tell us a little bit about that kid and tell us a little bit about some of the experience that your team had going against Madison Prep, that loss that y'all took and kind of going into this season, and then a little bit about that kid that you have coaching this year.
Right. Okay. Well, last season, was almost, it started 4 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
That senior class was just a great class. There was the guys who I cut my teeth with. Those guys were all freshmen, and we took our beating early on with those guys, and but they grew from it. They got bigger, they got stronger, they got more experience, and they started understanding football, and that was my biggest thing. When I got there, I think a lot of guys didn't really understand football. They didn't understand skiing. They didn't understand why we were doing what we were doing. However, we started making some progress. After the first year we won 2 games. We kind of progressed to 3 games. Giving up a defensive touchdown in the entire district. We went the whole season without giving up a defensive touchdown, except we lost that one game to Kentwood 13-14.
Right.
And, so that was just an amazing year, and our kids were just once again talking to my my principal, people around the community,
Mm-hmm.
and even my dad. My dad is a big fan. He's never missed a high school, college game, or even a game since I've been coaching. And so you're like, what's the difference? What are you doing different? I said, believe it or not, I'm doing nothing different. The difference is my kids have brought into our program.
Right.
And, they've brought into what we're doing. And, they understand and they believe in right now. And so, it's just a wonderful year. And so, but meeting a team like Madison Prep, I think it prepared us. Last year we kind of went into the season, we said, look, we kind of figured we had a chance to be pretty good. And we said, we're just going to take that thing 1 week at a time. We're going to build a solid program. We're going to do it brick by brick. And that's kind of been our motto from day one, brick by brick, brick by brick, brick by brick. And that's what we preach. So you hear kids say it, you hear the community say it. Everyone talks about brick by brick. And so, when we did that all year long, we took it 1 week at a time. And our kids, hadn't had that success in a while. They started getting big out. They thought, okay, Coach, look, we rolling. Coach, we got a chance. Coach, we going to go to the dome. I said, look, let's stay focused. Let's do this brick by brick.
Brick by brick.
Let's just keep doing it brick by brick. And so, it kind of got hard to kind of keep those kids. I mean, they're kids. They start feeling like, look, Coach, man, we good. Coach, ain't nobody scored on us. Coach, look, we're going to win it all. I said, guys, brick by brick. And so, it was a wonderful experience. And so, that Madison Prep game, it didn't define our season. I don't think we played our best ball game.
Right.
Actually, I think we played our worst game of the year. However, Madison Prep was a pretty good, it was a real good football team. And so, I think it learned, it taught our kids a lot.
Right.
Our kids learned a lot from it. Even myself as a coach, just learned a lot. And, one of the things I've learned that, one game would never define a season.
Right.
And, our kids were really, disappointed. They were hurt because at that point, you went from a losing culture to now a winning culture. You went from kids who really believe that, look, we're a championship team. We supposed to win. And so, just the fact that they lost.
Probably figured that,
really
y'all get there, y'all could beat Sterling.
But what it did, it kind of springboarded us into the spring and also this summer. And so, it made my job much easier as a coach this spring and this summer because now my kids, they kind of focus now. Right now my kids are saying, look, Coach, we need 1 more week. And I'm like, excuse me, okay, Coach, we came up short because we need 1 more week. I said, right then and there, I caught fire. They caught fire with me.
Right.
That became our motto. I said, look, guys, 1 more week. So when we, before we practice, after we practice, when we meet, when we pray, we always break it off by saying, look, 1 more week. And so that's what Madison Prep did for us. It kind of motivated us and it springboarded us into this season coming up. And our kids are hungry and they're ready for that 1 more week. But it also, like I said, taught us that, in the face of adversity, in case something bad happens, that one game, don't define, who we are.
Yeah.
The next thing, you asked about was
Troy
Troy
Hurst.
Hurst. Troy is it's just a pleasure to coach. I'll tell you what, I'm glad that I have the game plan with him and not game playing against him. He's a very dynamic player, and so we kind of got last year, believe it or not, we struggled at times offensively. Things weren't always going right, and so he was one of those guys that were going two ways. And I kind of sit down and my coach, and we met as a coach. I tell you what, Coach, you can have Troy. Immediately they all bust out laughing because I'm a big defensive guy.
Right.
Being a head coach, I'm also I'm almost my own defense coordinator.
Right.
I run my own defense. They're like, look, Coach, this a joke? I said, no, I'm serious. You can have him. You can have him full time, and we're gonna be okay. And because although I am the defense coordinator, I'm big on the team, and I'm big on helping the kids. I'm big on making sure that we put our kids in the best position possible to be successful. And putting him on that offense side of the ball and say, Coach, just let him go. You can have him. Probably one of the best things we did. It was a spark for our offense. Kept us going, and he's just a dynamic player.
Big
I
time
just
talent,
can't say
Coach.
enough about him. Other than the fact that look, I'm glad I don't have to coach against the kid.
Now, Coach, I did some. I know you got your local statistician there, Mr. Smokey, who always got like the hidden knowledge of St. Helena. But I did some research myself, and I just wanted to let you know how proud I was on you because I don't know if you realize you're the only coach there that has kids sign every year since you've been there.
Wow.
And that's for those of y'all that don't know, Coach Brown and I, we're teammates from college. I had the pleasure, of when he first came in to, be on the coaching staff with him, and to watch you work. I learned a lot from you, and I appreciate all the opportunity that you have.
Y'all both play defense together at Alcohol?
Oh yeah, we're part of the hit squad, baby.
Oh, Coach, you got to tell me some of these stories.
Yeah, we'll man. Look, like this. I know this going off tangent, but look, to tell you the type of, and it's the same way he played. It's the same way he plays, the same way he coached. The type of person that Coach Brown was. One day, one training camp. Coach, I want to say it was your senior year, Coach.
May have been.
Defense was just getting our butt whooped. I ain't gonna lie to you. We getting handled. It was a rough week to be the defense that week.
I understand you had too many pancakes, Henry. You're on the D-line.
Oh no! Stop that now. No, but it was like the offense. Offense usually catch on quicker than defense.
Right.
But
Yeah,
even because defense, most times you got to just line up. If you line up and just react and do your assignment, you do that. But the coach was trying to implement something new, and Coach Brown was one of our senior leaders at the time, and he was like, "Man, I'm tired of this." We were like, what you mean? He's like, man, I'm tired of getting my butt whooped, man. I tell you what, we gonna change it right now. He said, we might not win this practice, but we gonna win this fight. And then he was like, who the biggest guy over there? Like, our center was nicknamed Pochop. I'm like, Pochop. He said, okay. Play over, they got 6 yards, and then B. Brown just sprinting, and I'm talking about just laid out on Pochop. They get up, it started rambling, just like he said, the defense won that fight. Defense won that fight. And then we were laughing. Right. The head coach, he's a defensive guy. He coached Jerry Rice. JT is like respected all throughout black college football. And he was just they broke it up. They said the defense, they way the offense, the defense coach, like they was loving it. We were fired up in our drills afterwards. The offense, they got a bear crawl the whole time, the rest of the practice. Because they don't play that type of football. So that's the type of guy that Coach Brown is. But like I said, we got our trails real quick. But man, the like we all know about, everybody in the state know about Troy, but the kids that I'm most proud of on the team, Coach. We know about Ricky. We know about Devin, but man, Demetrius Brown. Man, talk about his maturation, coming in, one of the smaller kids on the team, and now to being like one of the team leaders, probably your best defensive player, all-around defensive player. Just talk about like the steps, from his freshman year to where he is now, Coach.
Coach Demetrius, Coach, if we can clone Demetrius, Coach, if I can clone him and sell him to every football program in the country, Coach, I'll be a millionaire. Wow. Coach Demetrius is a kid who, every coach would love to coach. And just to see, Coach, I knew when we sit back, he's a freshman, Coach, and it's a Gardner too. He's a freshman, and we at West St. John doing the spring game, and he gets beat for a touchdown, and the kid immediately just breaks down, cries, and he's like, look, I'm like, son, it's over with. Like, nah, coach, I'm better than that, coach. Coach, I'm better than that, coach, I'm better. And he's just crying. I'm like, okay, son, it's okay. It's only a spring game. We got time. We're going to work on you. We're going to get better. And look, but it really hurt him. And right then and there, I knew that kid was going to be special, And that's when I knew the culture was changing. When I first got there, losing was okay. But, kids like that mentality start to change. Like, look, it's not okay to give up a touchdown. It's not okay to lose. It's not okay to miss a tackle. In a weight room, it's not okay to cheat the reps. It's not okay to skip a class. Those kind of kids like Demetrius is real program-changing kids. Kids like Demetrius is the reason that we went from being a team that wasn't very good to a team that I think is very good right now. And so, once again, when you spoke about, his maturity, Coach, he's grown up so much. Again, example, last summer, I think I work my kids pretty good. I work them pretty good, and we work hard. We lift weights hard, we run hard. That's just part of my DNA. That's part of what we do at St. Helena. And you'll see some kids, if you ever run a program, you'll see kids walk around with that on our shirt that we lift weights around here. That's kind of what we do. And so, we had lift weights that morning. We went out and we run in sprints. So at that point, I'm like, okay, we're getting them pretty good. It's time for a water break. And so the whole team immediately, when I say water break, they fighting over the water. They run into the water. Demetrius just pacing back and forth on the line. He's on the line. I said, Demetrius, get some water. Coach, I don't need water. I said, son, it's hot out here. You need some water. He said, Coach, I don't need no water. And then, next thing I know, I just hear somebody yelling, and it's Demetrius. Like, hey, man, this stuff too easy. Look, water break over. Let's get back on the line. And I'm like, what? So I go walk over to him. I'm like, Demetrius, you okay? Like, Coach, I'm good, Coach. He said, but Coach, let me tell you something, Coach. Coach, I got to be all-state, Coach. Coach, I'm working to be an all-state football player. And I'm like, okay, but son, look, go get you some water right now. He said, Coach, all-state players don't get water, Coach. Great ones don't worry about that, Coach. I get water when I'm finished. And that was his attitude. And so,
like
needless to say, at the end of the season, Demetrius Brown's all-state. That kid, that's just type of way that he works. He works that way. And same thing in the weight room. He will literally, we have our kids in groups, maybe by position or even by, by maxes, by percentages. He literally break kids' will. Kids don't want to work with Demetrius. He's that type of kid. He'll break you. He'll break you in the weight room. He'll break you on the track. When we're running, he bring that attitude every Friday night. He plays that way. He plays with a passion that I've never really seen before in a high school kid.
Wow.
Wow. Man, that's the story that great ones are made of.
It's like you got a Sean Taylor, Coach. Now you got a kid over there.
Like if you'd have seen, not only mention, like if you'd have seen, like if we could put up a picture of Demetrius as a freshman and you see Demetrius now, and you're like, there's no way in the world that's the same kid. That's the type of mentality he has.
Wow.
Right.
That's why.
Along with him, you spoke of, kids like Devin Taylor, same thing. Ricky Travis, and I got a kid, Aaron Hurst, the same way. As a matter of fact, I had that. I had a picture, and I showed Aaron a picture of him as a freshman, and he like, Coach, man, no way I was that small.
Yeah.
He's looking at himself right now, and, but that's what we're doing, and our kids, and that's kind of what we built on. I'm built. We're trying to build our program on some true blue collar workers. We line up and we work, and so and that's kind of a reputation we want to have. And so even the officials, when we show up, we're like, Coach, look, Coach, tell them boys slow down a little bit, Coach. I'm like, look, we're gonna play football. And then bottom line, and so that's kind of what we want to do.
Right.
And so and I think we had to, just being in the type of district that we are in. And we had to step up to that challenge. Year in and year out, we were at one point the doormat. I was tired of it. Our kids were tired of it. The community was tired of it. And so it was time to change. And so, we had some kids buy in, and now we, trying to change that.
Now, Coach, I'm gonna let you know right now about that mess. So I gotta get this out. I seen the schedule this year. Who the bullseye? If you got anybody on your schedule this year, it's a bullseye. Who you can't lose to, Coach? What team you got to beat this year?
I tell you what, and I'm gonna answer this the best way I can. We got to win our last ball game.
Oh.
And so and that's the plan. To build it brick by brick. and let's win that last ball game. Let's just win the last ball game. If we do that, we'll be the 2A state champions. We'll win that last ball game.
About that mess, Coach.
That
About that mess.
Coach.
And I know where you're going. I know exactly where you're going.
Coach, I got to go viral, baby. I got to post this again.
Let's go. I'm ready for it. Let's go.
2A, baby.
Now, Coach, like I said, one of the things that you also have that a lot of coaches in your position that don't have to worry about. Not only are you the head coach, you're the AD. So tell us about
Troy Hurst.
Tell us about wearing both hats. Throughout. Not only are you over your football program, but you're over the entire athletic program at St. Helena College Career Academy. So tell us about some of that for some of the guys who might be trying to get to where you are at.
Mm-hmm. Well, I guess the biggest thing is just finding that balance and finding that way to make sure that things are always organized, things are always structured, and putting some certain policies and procedures in place to kind of let your program run itself. I want to be a guy that my program, no matter it's football, basketball, track, it doesn't matter, that it be about the program and not about the people. And so what I mean by that is, we want to make sure that we have certain policies and procedures in place that, no matter who's running the show, that it can still go on. And so, and that's kind of what I'm trying to do right now. And being at St. Helena, it's giving me that opportunity to grow and become that person. So I'll give you an example. One of the things I've been kind of working on for the last, couple months now, and I kind of, finally finalized and completed it, just an athletic handbook, things that, policies, procedures for myself, for my coaches, for everyone involved, from game type situations to even crisis situations, lightning situations, thunderstorms, active shooter situations, just kind of, and that's kind of been the biggest thing with an AD, just trying to put things together where about, no matter if I'm around or who's around, that things can run smoothly. And, so, it's, at times it could be, tough, mentally draining, but, that's part of it. That's part of what makes you a better person. That part of what makes your program better. So that's been a biggest thing for me, just trying to, find a way to put, because, once again, going into St. Helena, I think that was the biggest thing. It wasn't the kids. Right. It was some of the policies and procedures that just wasn't in place. And so coming in, it gives me a chance to kind of write my own narrative. Right. Kind of write my own way and say, okay, look, this is the way we're going to do things. And at St. Helena, now not saying that the way that we do it is always right. At another program, they may do something different, but this is the way we're going to kind of do things at St. Helena and, make it work for us and our kids and our community.
now, before Fred jumps in with his, I see mess brewing on his face. Before I let the mess come, Coach, tell her what was it like? Because I know what you was going through. Tell her what it was like walking into that stadium for the first time, like to actually play a game. Week one after going through, having to play at the middle school, having to play home playoff games away, kind of losing that home field advantage. Tell them what it was like to actually, this is St. Helena College Career Academy Stadium. Tell it like as an AD and an A coach and head coach, what was that like for you and the team?
It was an amazing feeling. I have to be honest. It was just a great feeling for just to walk into your own stadium, like you said, your own stadium, your own field house, your own weight room. Just a blessing. And so, and I tell you what, believe it or not only for me, because I'm just, once again, I'm just the person who's in control at this time, who's the head coach, who's the AD. But for the kids, and that's the main thing for me, and that's the longest, and that's what I always try to preach. If we keep the main thing who's, which is the kids, we'll always be good, So, and the kids, they just were so excited. You'll see our kids, our coaches, everyone just kind of take pride in it, So, anytime you pass by there, you're gonna see a nice facility. Right. You come in our weight room, you will see a nice weight room, and it's not something that we have to do, just the kids themselves, they say, look, coach, it's ours, just to have their own, they really take pride in it. And that's just been a blessing to be a part of that. And so, And matter of fact, it's funny you asked that. I had, we were kind of talking about that the other day, and I had a coach tell me, say, Coach, you know what, Coach? I think you gave birth to that field. I said, what you mean? He said, Coach, look, you always cutting it, you watering it, you make sure that field is right. I said,
You gotta treat it like a baby, baby. You gotta treat it
exactly.
like a child.
But it goes back to what you said earlier, Henry. It goes back to when you didn't have that, you really appreciate having it now. And
Right.
And I knew what it was before. I knew the struggles it was having to try to cut grass that was knee high. And I said, look, I'll never let it get that way again. I knew what it wasn't getting there when I first got there. So I said, look, we'll never let ourselves be that way. And so, and the beauty of it all is this: at the end of the day, I don't believe that St. Helena is that type of place. I don't believe St. Helena is just because we're a small district, and I don't think we have to look raggedy. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
So I want to take pride, and I want the kids to take pride, and also the community. At the end of the day, one of the things I always pride myself in this. When I step foot at a program, or no matter what it is, when I leave a place, I want to leave it better than the way I found it. And so that's why I take pride in cutting the grass and cleaning the weight room or whatever it may be.
Right.
I want no matter what happens, I want it to be better than the way I found it. So when the next person step in it, I don't want the next person stepping in like, man, what in the world Brown was doing over here? I want that person stepping in and say, man, look, we got it going on.
Yeah,
that's
So,
it.
that's the kind of way I want
gotta
it to
come
be.
check
And
us out at Tweet, baby.
That's my mindset. That's my attitude about it. And so just having, A1 facilities is just a blessing.
All right, Coach. Look, I ain't gonna have no more mess. I'm gonna leave that mess alone. I had it on my face. I had something going on in my head, and I said, I'm gonna leave it alone. Oh yeah, I had it. Coach, I'm about that mess.
You
But
about
listen,
that mess, huh?
I'm about that mess. But listen, Coach, I'm a big proud of, I love high school. I love football. I watch football from the pro level. But a lot of people don't know, if you look at per capita, a lot of players who play on Sunday, per capita come from this state of Louisiana. So I'm proud of a lot of these kids who come out of the state, because a lot of these kids are playing on Sundays.
Absolutely.
So tell me a little bit, tell me from your time being at St. Helena, I want you to, if you could do this for my audience, tell me from the time that you've been coaching there, what is probably the best prospect that you probably had a chance to say, as a fan, say, that kid right there, that kid got a shot on Sundays. When you see that kid, say, that kid's a Sunday day player. Like, I haven't really coached anything like that. Kid is special. Not a kid that's been on your team, but a kid that you probably had to coach against, saying yourself, that kid's somebody special.
That's a big list. That's a list.
That's tough. We played a lot of good teams, and I've coached a lot of good players. But if I, just off the top, if I had to say, this is a Sunday player, I had one on my team, and this kid is Osiris Torrance. He's a big offensive tackle for us, defensive tackle.
Mm-hmm.
He's about 6'5", 6'6", about 350,
Wow.
and just the way he works, for him to be that size and the amount of quickness and quick feet and just how agile he is.
Wow.
Coach, I have to say, he's a Sunday type guy. He's gonna be a Sunday guy if he keeps blossoming and going the way he's going. He's gonna be a Sunday guy. Absolutely.
Wow.
Now, Coach, before we let you go, tell us what's the what's one thing that we St. Helena got to improve on, heading into the season. Because I know with a new OC coming in, like for the players to get used to it and everything. So it's like, what's that one big thing that you as a coach would love to see that y'all improve on heading into the summer scrimmage and the jamboree?
Well, honestly, I think the biggest thing, number one is depth. Depth, and that's coming. We, the excitement about, after last season, so we've had a lot of new kids that want to come out. So the depth is an issue, I think. But the other thing, football-wise, I think we need to improve on some special team things. We can kind of show up our special teams. I think offensively, with the weapons we have, I think, I think we're gonna be in good shape. Even with with a new OC and everything. I think just with the wealth of knowledge he has, I think we're gonna be in pretty good shape offensively. Defensively, once again, we bring back the majority of our guys. So from a team that like I said, only 3 games, we give up an offensive touchdown out of 14. So, and which was Kentwood, the second round of playoffs, the Quincy, and then Madison Prep in the semifinals. So defensively, I think we're gonna be okay. You know, the fact that we bring it back so much, and that you know that, and so I think special teams. You know, some things on special teams we need to show up. We need to show up some things on special teams. If we can do that, I think we can be a solid ball club. And we kind of started going in that direction, going in that championship direction. Where about, you know, when I got that first, you know, I'll just give you a little example. You know, we were always the type of team we would go for 2. You know, we didn't have kids that can kick, or even, you know, as coaches, we started developing that. So now we had a young man this past year, Matthew Claiborne, that stepped up and said, Coach, you know, I think I can kick. I said, well, look, I don't need you to think you can kick. I need you to
kick.
And yeah, exactly. So, and but we were fortunate enough to be in some games where, you know, we were up pretty big, and so we look, Matt, go ahead, let's kick. And so we kick, and he got better and better and better. But that's one of the things we need to, you know, be better at. And you know, I'm thinking about Madison Prep. You know, we go on Madison Prep late in the third quarter. It's 10-6. You know, we get in striking range. Well, you know, we not really sure about Matt kicking the field goal, so we kind of have to go for it. We don't get it. You know, we that kind of changed momentum. Then we turn over the football. You know, those type of things. You know, to be a solid program, you know, we need to be solid on offense, defense, and also special team. And so, you know, when we get in scoring range, look, we have to have enough confidence and say, look, man, you can go out there and hit us a field goal. And so that's the kind of things we need to show up to get to that next level.
Wow.
Well, Coach, look, I'm telling you,
Coach.
For
my man that want to know, I know he's talking about week 8 A meet coming down to St. Helena. Now, I'm going to tell you something. Honestly, you know, Coach Powell does an awesome job over there at A meet. You know, and even before Coach Powell, you know, when Coach Foster was there, you know, and it's just tradition. And so for us, you
that's
know,
the
we
big
had
time
a
game,
situation where
Coach.
we're trying to
that's
get
one of the games
where
of the
those
year.
guys are. And so we're now, you know, we're starting to believe. And so, but once again, you know, we're going to take that thing one week at a time. And week 8, you know, I honestly believe it in my heart. Week 8 is going to be epic. And if we do the things that we should do, you know, 1 week at a time, brick by brick, by the time we get to week 8, you know, because the goal is this. The goal is to play for a district championship and a state championship. But if we don't take care of our business before week 8, you know, that district championship is out the picture.
Right.
So, you know, so that's the goal, to be district championship and also state champions. But, you know, we have to take care of our business 1 week at a time. And, you know, we'll cross that bridge. You know, when they meet, show up in St. Helena. We'll cross that bridge then.
It's big time, Coach. That's the game of the year, Coach. In 2 weeks.
Yes, sir.
That's the game of the year. October.
You know,
October.
we plan on giving the people what they come to see. You know, so and you know, but last year gave us that experience. You know, playing the Madison Prep, playing the Kentwood. You know, we saw the Kentwood, and it was just amazing how many people that showed up to that football game. You know, and we lost that game. You know, at the last second, 13-14. You know, and so, but our kids, you know, just playing in those type of games kind of gonna get us prepared for a team like A&M dropping from 3A to 2A. You know, gonna get us prepared for those type of games.
Right.
Now, Coach, man, I tell you one thing. Since I've known you from the yard to now, man, your support system has been as solid as I've ever seen, man. You from Pops, and you know, always from being even practicing sometimes, to the game. We had you got your defensive back coach, Coach Morgan, commented. You got your wife, Miss Brown, commented on the interview, and then I got a special message for you. He texted me and told me to make sure that you got it, and he said, "Tell Room Dog, great stuff. Albert Dirt Flow, fire me up, Coach."
Come on, fire me up.
Yeah, and I don't even have to tell you who that's from.
Right. You know, and that's kind of been a thing, you know. You know, that's what's been keeping me. And I'll be honest with you. You know, besides the Lord, you know, just my support system, you know, my wife, my family, you know, now my 2 kids. You know, that kind of keeps me going day to day. You know, when you talk about going to a place like St. Helena, you know, I'll be honest. You know, things were really, really rough at first, and you were there, so you can attest to it.
Yes, sir.
You know, but just having a solid support system and, you know, that motivation. You know, you show up home and your wife says, "Look, it's all right. You know, look, we're gonna get them next week."
Right.
I'm like, "Hey, we kind of bad right now. You know, we were bad at first. I look, okay, well, we're gonna win the next game, and we'll lose the next game, and that very next week, you're like, okay, well, we're gonna win the next one. You know, and so, you know, just having that support, you know, now, you know, things, you know, it just made things much easier for me. So, you know, and I love them. I love her to death, and I love all my family. I just thank them for just being there because, you know, things could be a different way. Things could be a different way, you know, especially, you know, trying to, you know, coach and be an AD and be a father and, you know, be a husband. You know, that's a lot. That's a lot. But, you know, it takes a strong woman, a strong family to kind of have your back and get you through some of this stuff.
All right, listen, Coach, we really, really appreciate you giving us a call, man, tuning into the show, man, giving us the time and, you know, talk to you about St. Helena, you know, football and what y'all got coming up this year. You know, I really appreciate you taking the time and, you know, giving us this opportunity to talk to you about your program, you know, your school, the kids that you got going on. Man, we really, really, really appreciate it, Coach.
Yeah,
man, thanks a lot. Thank you guys for having me.
Best of luck to y'all for up to next year, Coach.
Thank you.
October 20th, Coach. It's on the calendar.
This dude.
I need tickets. I need tickets. About that mess.
Let me know when you're coming. We'll have special seats for you so we can, you know, you can really enjoy it. It's going to be nice.
I thank you, Coach. I appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
Thank you again, Coach.
All right, no problem. Thank you, guys.
No problem.
All right, bye-bye.
Listen, guys, that was Coach.
Coach Brandon Brown.
Coach Brandon Brown, St. Helena, baby.
From St. Helena College and Career Academy. The defending district champions. You know, one game away from the dome. You know, coming from, you know, like he said, you could, and I could attest to from the year before he got there because I was coaching against. I was at Albany. Mm-hmm. They was coming off 3 0-10 season. First, same kids. First year 1-2, second year 5,
the culture.
7, and you know 9 you won, and then in year 4 you one game away from state championship. Not a lot of coaches that no matter what level can do that.
Well, listen, everybody, you're 100% correct. Listen, everybody, don't tune in, baby. We still talking sports when we get back off a break, baby.
Oh yeah, we come right back.
It's NFL time, baby. We talking NFL training camps, baby. NFC East, AFC East, and we also talking the West Division too. So don't go nowhere. Stay right there. Also, plus if you're on the West Bank right now, free seafood night, baby, at After Dark.
Yes,
415 LaPalco Boulevard right there in Grudden. I'm going to probably go out there tonight.
After Dark, bar and grill.
Ladies
grill,
night
baby. Too, baby. With
Ladies
the free
night,
seafood, they going to put the little, you going to come in there, you going to sit at the bar at the table, they going to put the newspaper in front of you, and the owner, D, going to come around and say, you want crawfish, you want potatoes, you want crab.
You want crab? Which one you want?
And they got the charbroiled oysters outside.
I wish my boy G was here right now. He'd be over there like, After Dark? And he'd be like, oh, steak night. Don't know. Don't know. Well, listen, don't leave nowhere, guys. Stay tuned to the stream. Listen, this is FanView, where real fans talk sports, New Orleans Talk Network.
Turn down for what? Turn down for what?
Hey, what's up, readers and shakers? It's time for a new horizon in literary talk. Horizons with Meet the World Image Solutions is a literary lounge for readers who want to make informed decisions on how they spend their reading dollars. Each Wednesday at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, authors will join us in the lounge for real talk with real readers. Horizons with Meet the World Image Solutions. This is the place to be for the best in literary conversation. See you there.
Are you looking for a home to live stream your next event? Give us a call here at Bethesda Community Event Center, the only place on the Gulf Coast that can host and broadcast live your wedding reception, your baby shower, business seminar, and any other special event. Give us a call at 504-708-9454 for more details.
Join in on Mondays from 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. for Breaking the Silence with Dr. Patricia Fry. There are no limitations or boundaries. We talk about life, and guess what? That includes you. So download the app today, New Orleans Talk Network, and subscribe on YouTube. That's every Monday, 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. New Orleans Talk Network, Breaking the Silence with Dr. Patricia Fry.
There's soul food, and then there's food for the soul. At a time where we live to eat, the Praline Connection restaurant serves up recipes that reach back into days long gone. You know, the kind of meals your mama cooked up for Sunday dinner. Fried chicken with macaroni and cheese and candied yams, homemade meatloaf with garlic mashed potatoes and string beans, or Nolan's filet gumbo. That's the real soul you get only at the Praline Connection Restaurant, located at the Kona, Chavez and Frenchman Street in the Marinade.
Now New Orleans has a choice. Download the New Orleans Talk Network app for your mobile device or listen at www.neworleanstalknetwork.com.
Welcome back, everyone. Welcome back to FanView, Real Fans Talk Sports. Listen, don't forget if y'all want to tune into the show, y'all want to give us a call, call in 504-341-8255. Y'all can check out New Orleans Talk Network on social media, www.neworleanstalknetwork.com. You can check us out on Instagram and Twitter at NOTalkNet. And do not forget to, if you're on YouTube, go to New Orleans Talk Network YouTube channel page. You just go in there, put New Orleans Talk Network, and you can subscribe to the new YouTube channel. Because there's so many different variety of shows besides this sports show. You got, the live line with, for music. You have Talk What You Know with, Pastor Donald Jones throughout the week. There's so many different variety of shows here in New Orleans Talk Network. It's just besides the sports show. So check us out there. All you can do is, again, go to www.neworleanstalknetwork.com.
Or make sure that y'all hit, if you're on our go to our FanView Live fan page,
Facebook,
like it. You know what I'm saying? Don't forget, we also have that option to, where you can message us, and if it's something that you want to talk about, reach out to us. And
about sports, baby. We'll talk about it.
We'll talk about it. We'll bring you on the show.
You know what I'm saying?
You come here with us.
Get a seat, baby.
In the studio, right next to
right next to us.
You know what I'm saying?
We get it popping.
You know what I'm saying? And let's get this thing rolling.
Man, what a great interview with Coach Brown, bro.
Yeah.
What a great interview.
Told you, man. Alcorn, stand up. Where you at, baby? Braves.
Man. Hey, bro, I ain't think two-way, because when you come from 5A, like, I'm Higgins. So you used to hearing about, let's say, you used to hearing about 5A schools. Back in the day, it was O'Para Walker, schools like that, You so used to hearing about some of the big, evangelists, so many big, programs.
Western Roads,
Harvey, right. You saw him out, and you think that's where the talent comes from. But when you start going down to 2A schools, like, Madison Prep, St. Helena, man, this state got talent, bro.
Yeah.
It doesn't really matter, if you 2A, 3A, or 4A, or 5A. This state has a lot of in-state talent who are probably in the top 50, or a lot of them 2A.
Well, a lot of people, don't realize that, when you go by classification, it's not about your talent level. It's not about your talent. Because look, if it was about your talent level, it was a Riverdale before Dante Jackson had researched the program. Riverdale would have been a 0-8. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's just about your population of your school. So just because you got a big school don't mean you have a lot of talent there.
Right.
Because you had a small school don't mean no talent ain't there.
Right.
That's just what it is.
That's just what it is. I just look at some of the talent. I'm like, dog, some of these dudes. I'm in the top 50, prospects in the state for 2018. Man, a lot of these kids are at 2A and 3, dude.
Look.
A lot.
All you gotta do is look on Sundays. Pat Surtain, when he was at Carl was at like that just came from a 3A program. He was one of the top cornerbacks in the league. Look right now.
You can get out of talent.
Eli Manning, Odell Beckham. Newman was a 3A program. You talking about like a top 5 receiver in the league, and you talking about a two-time Super Bowl champ.
3A. Peyton. I mean, there's a long list.
Yeah, so it doesn't matter where you go. The main thing, and it's just like with anything in life. When you get your opportunity, you gotta hit the ground running. If you hit the ground running and you work hard to stay there, you gonna make it.
I like what Coach say, brick by brick. I liked that, bro. Coach, I gotta steal your line for the rest of my life. I like the brick by brick. That's something my Saints need to practice, brick by brick, because something wrong with them. They ain't building by bricks. I don't know what they're building by down there on Airline Highway.
They coming back.
Okay,
but we ain't talking about the Saints right now.
I ain't talking about the Saints this week, baby. I'm talking about the NFL training camps. I'm talking AFC East. I'm talking NFC East, baby.
Sir.
I'm talking Patriots. I'm talking Buffalo Bills.
Yes, sir.
I'm talking Jets. I'm talking
sir.
Dolphins.
Yes, sir.
Cowboys.
So what we want? Do we want to start with the AFC or the NFC East?
Let's go with the AFC. AFC East.
AFC East.
Buffalo, baby. What we gonna do this year? Tyrod, where we at, baby? What you gonna do this year? Is Sammy Watkins gonna play?
That's a question mark.
Is Sammy Watkins? What's Sammy gonna do?
Can the Bills have a receiving core? That's the problem here.
No.
Your most productive one.
Robert Woods gone.
It's gone.
Sammy hurt.
You brought Percy Harvin in a couple years ago. Where is he now?
Right.
Sammy Watkins. He had a dynamic
rookie year and just returned down to Ellaby.
Where's he now? No, you do got that beast in the backfield.
Shady.
And you got an underrated tight end in Clark, Chris Clay.
Chris Clay. And Charles Clay.
But then I'm not too. The offense is going to be the problem because you drafted Tre'Davious White. Ronald Darby is serviceable.
It's serviceable.
You're gonna get two rookies. You're gonna get two rookies back that you drafted last year that didn't play a snap for you and caught Shaq Lawson and Ragland.
Right. Shaq Lawson didn't play at all either.
Ragland didn't play at all either. So
right.
You got those two bodies coming back.
You still got Kyle Williams and Darius.
You kept Hughes and Lorenzo Alexander.
Mm-hmm.
So
they bring a talent back. You got new head coach Sean McDermott.
Yeah, so let's see what this defense do. But overall predictions, without that, especially in that league, in that conference.
Well, we know the Patriots gonna win the conference.
In that conference, you're gonna have to be able to score points. You can't just hand it to McCoy. You can't just give McCoy 40 touches a game and hope and hope something happens.
No.
No. Wait, hold on. Is the Jets in that conference?
Who? The Jets are bad. The Jets in the conference. Yes, the Jets are bad.
Well, look, the Buffalo's gonna finish second to last. Jets will be last. That's how Jets will be last place.
The Buffalo will be right. Miami,
the Dolphins,
and the Patriots.
And let me tell you, look, I'm high on the Dolphins this year. A lot of people not.
Devontae Parker got to show me something. I know what Jarvis gonna give me. Jarvis gonna give me, receptions. He not gonna have. Jarvis gonna give me receptions. He gonna break tackles. He may not have many touchdowns, but I know what he gonna give me. He consistent.
You know what Kenny gonna give you.
You know what Kenny gonna give you. I need to see what Devontae Parker gonna give me, because that's the missing element here. And we already know about J.A. Jive.
Yeah.
That man.
Yes,
I got my man on the fancy board, baby. He up there high.
Yes,
First round pick. Don't get it twisted.
That defense is nice.
Hey, that D can play.
Sue, Wake, man.
Ain't nobody blocking Wake.
Ain't nobody blocking Sue.
Ain't nobody like that. That's facts.
What you talking about? Wake.
That's facts.
You know what I'm saying?
But that team, we always talk about it in the show. You only go as far as the quarterback gonna bring it. Tannehill got to have a consistent year.
That would
gotta be consistent.
Young just said, I don't like Tannehill. Let me tell you something. This is the last go round for Tannehill.
I'm with you, Q.
This is the last go round. This is the last go round. If you don't, because with the quarterbacks that's coming into the draft next year,
you got about 3 solid ones.
This is you better hit, buddy. You better. I mean, the problem with Tannehill is not talent. He got it. He's inconsistent. He'll go on a 4-game stretch like, good Lord, man, what
franchise quarterback?
Man, sheesh, man, this guy made. Then he'll drop down.
Then he show you some Kyle Orton stuff.
Then he'll go right back up. Then he'll get hurt, and then Matt Moore comes in. And it's like it saves the day. Gets you to the playoff, and then mysteriously once Matt Moore gets you to the playoffs, Tannehill's back again.
But I look at it this way: he got more weapons this year. I'm not too. Obviously, Julius Thomas hasn't been productive as a player since being with Peyton.
But the skill set.
The skill set there.
The skill set is there.
You added that to that offense.
And the thing is,
and you got an effective running game.
That's what's going to help Julius. You talking about? It's not too many safeties that can.
I want you to cue his mechanics are horrible.
It's not too many safeties that can cover that kid. First of all, you only got one team that can go 1-on-1. With this in that division that can go 1-on-1, and that's the Patriots. And that's only because you got Gilmore, Butler, McCourty. And let me tell you, they're not gonna cut. Them guys not gonna be able to cover Jarvis Landry 1-on-1. You know what I'm saying? But, they'll fare better most tof not. But then,
Right.
But then when you get your running game going and they bring the secondary up and you talk about, who got to cover Julius Thomas now, McCory can handle his own. But other than that,
Patrick Chung, burn unit.
Yeah,
burn unit.
Where he
burn unit.
Went to college at?
Oregon.
He gonna
burn
get ducked.
He gonna
get ducked, baby. I'm telling you, he gonna get ducked. You know what I'm saying? But
you're right, Q. He can't read no coverage. He bad.
That's gonna be
bad.
That's the top. But I mean, it's easy. You know what it is. The
Patriots have won the division in the past how many consecutive years. The Patriots gonna win the division.
It doesn't matter. Hasn't nobody made the moves that the Patriots made. I'm just sorry.
You get Brandon Cooks, baby.
Let's start on defense because we know the offense. We know what the offense got. But let's start on defense. You go out and get Stephon Gilmore, Malcolm Butler. Okay, you got Malcolm Butler already. Stephon Gilmore. Mm-hmm. You got both of your safeties back. Not only do you let your ball share go, okay,
right?
You upgrade and get Keone Ely. Good God. You let Jamie Collins go, okay. You didn't get faster with him, but you probably got. In the move that you let Jamie Collins go for, you
retain Hightower too.
You retain Hightower, but you got to pick a kid out of Youngstown State. And let me tell y'all, guys, this kid might be the best pass rusher out there. Had he not had off the field issues, and he had 2 days going against him when the draft came. He had off the field issues, and he played at a small school.
Mm-hmm.
You take them 2 things away, the kid is a top player. They was talking about this kid being a first-round draft pick. The Patriots get him in the fourth or fifth round. You know what I'm saying? They say
they get stronger, bro.
The kid had and everybody know Adam Schefter is the man in what he does. For Adam Schefter to say, he had him ranked like a Khalil Mack. He had him ranked like a Khalil Mack. We talking about a guy, the only guy to ever make All-Pro in 2 different spots.
And he ends up in New England.
Offense, oh my God. We don't throw the deep ball. Okay. You got everybody going across the middle. You got Julian Edelman. Okay. Yep. You got Amendola. Okay.
Malcolm Mitchell.
You got Malcolm Mitchell. You got Gronkowski. Ooh, man, that's
solid.
That's great for any team. Any team will take that foe.
Oh, we're gonna just trade for Brandon Cooks.
Well, any team that throws the ball sharp, like the Kansas City, they'll take that. They'll get you somewhere.
Right.
You throw in Brandon Cooks. Let me tell y'all something. Tom Brady hasn't had a receiver of this caliber, this skill set since Randy Moss, and that was like a 35-year-old Randy Moss. You bringing this guy in,
dog.
The dog days are over. That's what it is.
The Patriots would dominate this division. Now the Dolphins can still get in there, find a way. It's gonna be tough for them to be a wild card seed like they would last year. They gotta be very, very consistent in winning football games. They are talented offensively, but Tannehill's gonna be where things get shaky at week by week. But New England, I'm telling you right now, I'm in 2 fantasy league. Brady on top of my list. I'm taking him. It's gonna be ridiculous how much the Patriots offense is going. That may be statistically from a touchdown standpoint and a passing standpoint.
This might be the highest scoring offense
that you may see all year.
And that's saying something. You talking about the Kurt Warner led Rams. I just had the team in my name. The Peyton Manning led Colts with Harrison, Reggie Wayne,
right?
Dallas Clark.
We had Marvin Harrison, and they always change out the slot. Like 1 year was Austin Collie, Brandon Stokely, Pierre Garçon. They don't years. That slot guy always was, interchangeable.
But that team with Edgerrin James, they put up the most points ever. I think the Patriots had a chance to just shatter that. That's saying something.
Make it look bad. Just because even the backs that Brady has are passing backs. You talking about Deion Lewis, Brandon Bowman. You talking about even the backs that he has. I wouldn't even call him a thumper, but the only guy that actually is a run between the tackle back is Mike Gillespie that they got from Buffalo. from out of Florida.
And he's really a speed back.
He's really a speed back. He's really a speed back.
He's just gonna take the LeGarrette Blunt role of their offense now. And
Right.
Man, I'm telling you. But I do tell you this: if the Patriots have one weakness, it is that offensive line.
Or they can't block to save their life.
And let me tell you this: when you talk about the second best team in that division, has the best defensive line in that division, watch out, because I don't care how great.
That one of the best D lines in all of football.
No. They're not that high. They're just in that division. Because I could just spit off at least 10 D lines that's better than that D line. It's
Wake and Sue.
Have you got that 4-headed monster that's in Los Angeles?
Well, it's more like 2 now.
Who?
You got Aaron Down and you got what? Robert Quinn.
Keep going.
Who else?
Michael Brockers. Keep going.
He more of a he not a he's solid. He's solid. He's solid. He's solid. Okay, he's solid. He's solid. He's not a pass rusher, but he's solid. He's not a pass rusher, but he's solid. You ain't moving him.
William Hayes, come on now. That D line, that's probably the best D line. Then you go down. You just take a ride down 75, and then you go to Oakland, and you got Khalil Mack, Bruce Irvin.
Yeah, you can't block Khalil.
Okay, you know what I'm saying? Then you just keep going.
I say one of the best. I ain't put him up there. I ain't say best. I said one of the best.
I told you I could spit out 10.
I said one of the. I said there's solid. They ain't one of the best.
We ain't talk about the Minnesota, what they got up there. Oh my God, the law firm. Jesus Christ.
Ernest Everett keep getting new deals every 2 years. This dude just gets re-signed every 2 years for $57 million.
And he keeps balling.
But the average fan, fans who are tuning in, y'all know who Everett Griffin is?
I tell you what.
The average fan don't know him, but every 2 years, Minnesota keep giving him like these 3 year, $50 million deals.
If the average fan.
I know who he is, but you can't tell me.
If they team play against him, and they see Danielle Hunter and Elvis Griffin come out there, they gonna know him then.
Hey, ain't no blocking Danielle Hunter.
He one of those purpose people. The way he plays, he might not give you the sack numbers, but he's the best. Like he probably the best setup. Like he is always back there.
Right?
He's always back.
It's like he's always
he
like.
He might not get to him, but he gonna flush you somewhere. And look, you can't coach that. That's
you can't just go to.
Given,
he can disrupt the line. I give him that part. It's like every 3 years.
But
3 years.
But good Lord. That's the Achilles heel of the
Patriots.
The Patriots. And if the right team at the right time, that D-line running, and you can stop that short pass game if you keep hitting that quarterback. So it's set up nice.
Right.
We don't see nothing, stopping them. But don't be surprised if a team comes in there and just and beats them up, and that's how it would have to happen. You tear that off the lineup.
Yeah, and my man Q Young said he put pressure. I gotta agree. It's one of these things where I think the Patriots are gonna really dominate. But like I said, they're gonna dominate this division. They're gonna win this division this year. But I would say this: the Jets, and I'm gonna kind of get off the end of AFC East. This is gonna be a bad. When you don't have a quarterback, you're in trouble. And for the past 3 years now with Todd Bowles, coming in to becoming the head coach of this team, only drafting one. Well, he drafted two. He did draft Bryce Petty, and last year drafting Christian Hackenberg. And if one of these two guys don't really become the lead guy, then you got to figure that he's gonna get fired. It's a bad situation in New York.
But it's not him that's making the draft.
It's not him making the picks.
It's
not him making the picks. But at the same time, the team has to. They have to get somewhere. They have to win games. And the problem that they have is that they don't have the quarterback. They just don't have the quarterback. When you don't have the quarterback in that division, then you just can't compete. That's just what it is. You're trying to compete with New England. You're trying to compete with the Dolphins. I mean, Buffalo Bills just, they got Tyrod. So you don't have one. You're in trouble.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be real tough. It's gonna be real tough.
Q said Petty is the best quarterback in the camp. I agree. But what is that saying?
But on top of that, you can't just blame it on the quarterback. Who are you drawing to? Tell me right now, who are they drawing to? Quincy Inouye? Come on. That's what you got?
I don't know who the Jets got.
30-year-old Matt Forte coming out the backfield?
Well, you don't have Everett Decker, you don't have Brandon Marshall, and you don't have Devin Smith. who they drafted 2 years ago out of Ohio State.
Oh,
Flopped. So you don't have the three core receiver that you had from last year, not on your roster. And it's bad enough that your Bryce Petty is your starter. So you, and no offense, but Matt Forte is just a old back in today's game. That's a bad situation, boy. I don't want nothing to do with that.
And that offensive line is horrible too. So you
can't.
can't.
Shaw Ferguson said, "I'm out. I retire, and you have no more Nick Mango. So I don't know where you go.
I don't know why you let him. But look, this is one of those situations right here that it don't matter who back there.
It's problems.
It don't matter who back there.
Problems.
That's what it is.
Problems. Picking first overall. Get one of them Pac-12 quarterbacks.
Sam Darnold in New York. Hey, if I'm Sam Darnold, I'm saying I'm going back to school. You might set me up, buddy.
Yeah, might.
If Andrew Luck could go back, I can go back too. I'm not about to get behind that offensive line. You got me.
You got me bent. You got me bent. That Jet situation.
Kid out of Wyoming.
That Jet situation is bad. Unless, I mean, obviously, I just look at that situation. I'm saying to myself, unless they're able to at least win 8 games, Todd Bowles will be fine. It won't be his fault, but they just don't have an offense to go out there and play Sundays. They just don't. And that's to be a wrap on that. But listen, we got to take a quick break.
Yeah.
We're going to come back. Come back, baby. NFC East.
And then we still got the AFC and NFC West.
We still got the West to talk about, baby. So stay tuned. Stay glued in. Again, this is FanView. Real Fans Talk Sports. New Orleans Talk Network. If you want to tune into the show, you want to put your comments on the air. We got a lot of people who comment on Facebook Live. Don't go nowhere. Just stay tuned. Stay right here. But if you want to give us a call, 504-341-8255. Again, the number is 504-341-8255.
Cowgirls, come out.
Listen up. Your customers, our listeners, could be hearing about your business right now. Yeah, right now. Don't miss out on the opportunity to advertise with NewOrleansTalkNetwork.com. Call our business department today at 504-475-4793 to hear about our great rates. NewOrleansTalkNetwork.com. We provide the people, you provide the business.
What's up, readers and shakers? It's your girl, Rhonda M. Lawson, sending you a personal invite to the Literary Lounge. Tune in to Horizons with Meet the World Image Solutions each Wednesday at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time for the best in literary conversation. Each week, a different author will join us to talk to their most important readers, you. You can also call in to ask your own questions. So don't forget, each Wednesday at 7 p.m., join us in the lounge for Horizons with Meet the World Image Solutions. See you there.
Here at Jones Insurance, your full-service agency, let us take care of all your insurance needs. We provide homeowners insurance, flood, rental, commercial, auto, and life insurance. Don't let the unexpected tragedy destroy your family's future. Here at Jones Insurance, 7603 West Bank Expressway, Monroe, Louisiana, 772. Contact Lois at 504-348-1492.
There's soul food, and then there's food for the soul. At a time where we live to eat, the Praline Connection restaurant serves up recipes that reach back into days long gone. You know, the kind of meals your mama cooked up for Sunday dinner. Fried chicken with macaroni and cheese and candied yams, homemade meatloaf with garlic mashed potatoes and string beans, or Nolan's filet gumbo. That's the real soul you get only at the Praline Connection restaurant, located at the corner of Charters and Frenchman Street in the Marinade.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Some of the great food
for a good price.
For a good cost.
Man, look here, man. I'm gonna say it like my grandpa want to say, man. Look here, you ain't got much money. You want to take your little spoogie?
Let's
take your little spoogie out. You know what I'm saying? Right by the French Quarter, man. Reasonably priced. Get out there, spend about $20, get you and your girl filled real quick.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Go walk the quarters real quick, and she gonna think you did something.
Yeah.
Look, man, Hurricane ain't gonna treat you wrong, baby. Hurricane gonna lead you wrong, baby.
Get brownie points, baby. Gotta get them points.
Yeah,
gotta get them nuggets. Well, listen, guys. NFC East training camps have started. I'm so glad it's football season. I'm telling you that right now.
Cause we get to talk about the Cowgirls.
Cowboys. Well, first of all, I want to address the Cowboys right now.
Cowgirls, that's what they is.
Well, Cowgirls, this is what they call them. Jerry Jones comes out here publicly, and y'all let me know if I'm wrong here. Let me know if there's a double standard. We was talking about this actually throughout the week.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the Cowboys, Jerry Jones is going to bat, and we're not publicly and stated things concerning Ezekiel Elliott about the domestic violence, the bar fighting, saying he's backing up his running back. He's, these allegations about him are not true, they're false. And he's saying things publicly, and he's standing behind Ezekiel Elliott. But another player on his same roster, Lucky Whitehead, for people who don't know, was a special teams wide receiver.
Mickey Loomis.
Running back. Exactly. And he was, publicly last week, in the news for stealing.
For shoplifting.
For shoplifting.
But it was mistaken identity.
Mistaken identity of a Twinkie.
The man had proof. The man said, look, I was in Dallas at the time.
Right.
Showed his plane ticket and everything. This happened in Virginia.
It happened in Virginia. And he was in Dallas.
That's a whole lot of states.
Right. And the Dallas Cowboys decided to release Lucky Whitehead. And when finding out that, hey, listen, it was a mistaken identity, he was actually in Dallas, not Virginia. You know what they came out and said? We made our decision.
Stop the press. Bloom. You my boy, Bloom. But Zeke is not a top 5 talent. I'm sorry.
Top 5 at running back or?
He's not top 5. Not in the league. You can't crown. There's no rookie that you put the hat on and say you top 5. Like you had a rookie season, boom. In year 2, you top 5. No way.
Well, okay. Let's. Well, David Johnson and Le'Veon are your 2 top backs.
Yes.
Okay, so that's a given.
Yes.
Shady.
Yes.
3rd. Over. Okay, now after those 3, where'd you go?
Now it's a talk. Ty Gurley, man, child
had a bad year last year.
But let's look at where he play at. Look at that offensive line. Look at this offensive line.
Okay.
Look at that receiving core. Look at this receiving core.
The big difference.
I know all.
Look at this quarterback. Look at this quarterback.
I know all you got is
Ty Gurley.
I'm gonna load the box. Hey, you got Dez. Oh, just one name. You got Dez. Oh, wait a minute.
You got Jason Witten. You got Chris Cooley.
Forget that. You got Dez. That's when it starts. You got Dez. Wait. You got first round pick. Supposed to be a first round pick at offensive line. You're not top 5.
DeMarco. Look, that's 4. DeMarco 4.
You got a 2-headed monster in Atlanta.
Yeah, that dude Freeman, bro. That's 5.
Hey, you had a kid that had a bounce back year after a bad injury in Tampa Bay.
Doug Martin. But I would draft Ezekiel over Doug Martin. But I get what you're saying.
Yeah,
but Freeman, man, that dude's a monster.
You talking about
Freeman a monster.
You talking about
Freeman a monster.
But you say top. You talking about the league.
In the league.
Latavius Murray. You talking league?
Latavius can play.
You know what I'm saying?
But Zeke had a heck of a year. You can't take the statistics away from him. But I understand what you're saying.
Don't be a prisoner of the moment and say top 5. That's just
fantasy.
Yeah, fantasy. Yeah, it's
fantasy.
Yeah, you want to do that.
I mean, obviously, DeMarco Murray did the same thing in Dallas, and he showed it kind of. It just justified it's the offensive line because guess what? The year DeMarco left, Darren McFadden did this.
You research.
Darren McFadden did this.
Darren McFadden was one was one sprain away from being out the league forever, and that line brought him back to life.
Lou, hey, you're on my Saints bad. You're on my Saints bad. Talking about, I see y'all at the bottom of the South yet again. Drew not that boy. Hey.
Hold on.
Lou,
who is your team? So I could get on you before we go.
Lou,
please tell me who your team. Who's the team?
Drew ain't that boy. We gonna stop.
Hold on, is that Eagles? Are you an Eagles fan? You talking about a team that never won a championship?
Lou, I'm glad we're talking about the Eagles. Lou, who your receivers are?
Man,
who your running back? Your best running back, Darren Sproles.
Well,
you're bad.
Yeah, we in your division.
We in your division. Let's talk about the Eagles.
Look,
since we're here.
Look, Donovan McNabb had better receivers than this team got right now.
He had James Thrash.
He had Yancey Takepen.
He had Freddie Mitchell.
Oh my gosh.
He had Freddie Mitchell.
And those guys are better than the scrubs you got right. Man, he had L.J. Smith. L.J. Smith would start over everybody.
His best receiver was Chad Lewis.
Come on, man.
Hey, listen, first of all, let's get something straight about the Eagles. Your best overall player right now is a Michigan fan. It's a Michigan man, Brandon Ingram. And he plays on the D-line. That's your best player.
Hold on.
On the Eagles roster?
He is not the best player.
On their team?
He is not the best player on the team. Have you forgotten got the kid that plays at Mississippi State that is Fletcher Cox? Are you kidding me? You don't watch the trenches. That was you look at the glory. You look at the glory. No, boy, Fletcher Cox is
he's a good player.
He is the man.
Who's one of the best 4-3 linemen in all of football?
Fletcher Cox.
At DN.
Oh, you said DN. Hold on, you said you can't just
on the team. On that team, Brandon Ingram is probably one of your best players on the team.
Yeah, but Fletcher Cox is the man. He is Fletcher Cox.
I'm talking to a D lineman.
Fletcher Cox.
I'm talking to a D lineman.
Q, you been out in the sun too long, man. Fletcher Cox only been in the league 4 years. He's been in the sun too long.
He a beast. I'm not taking nothing from him.
He's man.
But
and he plays the whole D line.
But let's talk about these Eagles for a second, because just like Lou, just like you saw my Saints commit the bottom of the division, baby, you gonna be that too. Okay, here's the truth.
Here's
the truth.
Hold on, let me think about it.
The Giants might win that division.
Giants, Cowboys.
You got the Cowboys and you got the Redskins. The Redskins got
y'all fighting for last place.
Bottom of the division.
Y'all fight with the Skins for last place.
Bottom of the division. Just like you saying my Saints may be down there.
Y'all there.
Cause
look, I love my LSU people in the league. But let's just keep it 100. Your secondary is up in the air. Your linebacking core is up in the air. Your offensive line, your best lineman is 36 years old, and Jason Peters. What else do you got?
You got inconsistent Lane Johnson, who can't stay healthy.
You don't know who. You don't know. 1 week you got Ryan Matthews starting at running back. Next week you got Darren Sproles. 1 week, you know what I'm saying? Y'all play the shuffle game. Y'all even go get
Ryan Matthews won't even be on his team when training at the end of training camp.
No, I like Jordan Matthews.
Well, I'm not here to kill the Eagles, because they did add some pieces. You add a Torrey Smith and you add a Elshon Jeffrey, and you still having Jordan Matthews. And I will say this, and this is what I am. I'm just saying this. I'm a fan just like anybody else who listens to the show. This is our show. Carson Wentz, to me, is still better than Dak Prescott as a quarterback.
Yeah, hell yeah.
And there's a lot of Cowboys fans saying Dak Prescott is. Listen, stop. He's the fourth best quarterback in this division. Period. Period.
It's not even debatable.
It's not even debatable. Dak Prescott is the fourth best quarterback in this whole division. No, he is not better. If the Rams can redo it tomorrow, they're taking Carson Wentz first overall.
Yeah.
Period, point blank. If the Cleveland Browns realize that if they could do it again, they don't trade that pick last year. They take Carson Wentz.
Yes.
Period, point blank. That is the bright spot for the Eagles. That is a fact. He is the day one. When you come in here and they drafted that kid, they moved Day one, he became the leader of that team, and they was gonna go as far as Carson Wentz bring him.
And look, he took him.
He took him.
He took him as far as he could bring him with no weapons. You know, the defense started playing decent, but man, look, let's just keep the way y'all. This is how I look at it. Nobody in the division did what the Giants did. First of all, the Giants probably got the best. The Giants got the best receiver core in the division, hands down. The Giants got the best D line in the division, hands down.
Yeah, the best secondary.
Well,
yes. You got Eli Apple.
Yeah.
You got Jared Jenkins, and you got the Dominic Roger-Kamara, and you have, to me, the defensive player of the year in Landon Collins.
Josh Norman just on the whole side by himself.
That's true. But it's only one man. That's one man.
That's what I'm saying.
One man.
Now, Cravers, you know, he did. But this is the thing, though. But saying that the probably best one-on-one cornerback in that division plays for the Redskins. And look, let's just keep it all the way 100. This is not the same Dez Bryant that we seen that made the catch, even though NFL said it wasn't, but made that catch.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He's not this guy no more.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Unless he showed me this guy, you know, he's
not your 93 reception, 1,500 yards, 15 touchdown receiver.
Don't get twisted. He's still the second best receiver in that division, but
besides Odell, yes,
the number one wide receiver in the division
is Odell.
Owns the number one
corner
in that division. So if your team don't have Odell Beckham, Josh is winning.
That's correct.
And you know, so no other team behind them has done what they've done.
That for Lou Martin says that Eli got a new weapon with the tight end. You
didn't
even mention Evan Ingram.
Yeah, I didn't even touch on Evan Ingram.
I didn't even touch him.
You know what I'm saying? Because I'm just telling you just from the outside part, when you put a Brandon Marshall with Odell Beckham with Sterling Shepard, man, just those three alone are probably better than any three. Well, they better than any three that I could think of in football right now.
Yes, as a unit. Because I wanted to say the Steelers up there, but you don't know about Martavis Bryant may not he missed football.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. He missed that. You know, he coming off of a year. You know what I'm saying. But you got that. The question mark with the only question mark that
I know England because of how they play.
Yeah, but you talking about I'm talking about guys that go start anywhere else.
Right.
These guys are going to start everywhere. Look, Brandon Marshall is old. He's still everywhere he goes. He's still a starter.
He's still a starter.
He's still going to ball.
Right. Know. Odell is one of the best overall receivers in the league.
He's every team he go to, he's going to be your number one receiver.
Gotcha.
Except the Steelers, but he's going to be 1B.
Yeah, exactly. Or Atlanta.
You know.
That's it.
Yeah.
Or Atlanta. That's it. But other than that, he's 1B.
The only question mark that they have for the Giants is running back, and that's a good question mark.
Paul Perkins.
That's a good question mark to have when you have the receiving core
that you have,
and 90% of your game you're probably going to be spread out. Because what are the defense going to do? So you don't have to have that dominant back. You can have a guy that can you give me 3 yards? Can you know what I'm saying? If I check out of this, can you do this and that? Because everybody gonna be focused on the outside. So
in the defense, it's not a very good defense. The division is not very good defensively
at all. That's what I said. The problem, the sad thing is the best defensive unit
is on their team.
In that division on the team, the second best is probably the team that's gonna finish either last place or second to last place, and that's the Redskins.
Right.
As a unit,
Ryan Kerry.
The Cowboys is not that good defense. First of all, you lose. You don't. Brandon Gregory never played a game for you. Your best pass rusher from a year ago, DeMarcus Lawrence, he can't play the first 8 games.
Jalen Smith coming that though. Out of Notre Dame.
He's not an end. He's your linebacker. He's a Mike. Now, granted.
You still got Scott. You just got Sean Lee. Can't stay healthy. Concussion problem is.
He's done now. LOB. He's the white version. You have no your secondary is the guy who played the best for you last year is now on the team and Mo Claiborne because y'all finally say, hey, we're gonna play man to man, and you let the kid do what he do. He's not on the team no more. When Skandrick is your best cornerback, you got problems.
Yes, Orlando Skandrick is hype.
Well, put it this way:
overrated.
When Orlando Skandrick is your best secondary player, you're in trouble.
Orlando Skandrick is overrated.
When you talk about a division that you have to cover,
Odell Beckham Jr., now Terrell Pryor. I mean,
now we can even go. Look,
Torrey Smith, Alshon Jeffrey. I'm
not Alshon Jeffrey. Yes, Torrey Smith. Not Jordan Matthews. You talking about Jordan Matthews and
Jordan Reed for the Redskins. I mean, he take tight end, but I mean, he's a receiver.
But Kelsey for the Eagles. Darren Sproles out the backfield.
Right.
It's bad. But the problem is they don't have. The problem I see with the Eagles, they're 1 or 2 horses away, and that's a big horse.
Yes,
like the Eagles probably need a true number 1 running back, and they need they need a defensive.
Like that, they mentioned like a linebacker, like somebody who could command a team.
You got Malcolm Jenkins.
He's the leader, safety position. Somebody in the secondary say, you know what, we got a leader here.
You need somebody on like that linebacker position or on the offensive line that's like, we're not gonna give up this. We're not gonna give up a sack. We're gonna get this short yardage.
Well, I'm gonna give them a pass. They just released. For people who don't know, the Redskins just released Marcus Smith. The 2014 draft class. I tweeted this out there, and that is by far the worst first-round class in recent history. That 2014 class, the amount of fourth-round picks that didn't receive extensions, that are not on their same team, it's bad. So I don't fault the Eagles for that because all the old linemen in that whole draft are not on their same teams. And no offense, Marcus Smith was not a first-round pick coming out of Louisville. What made you draft that kid that high, I don't know. But that first-round class in 2014, it's a big flop. The flop is like that bad. But I'm going to read the comments from Blue. Blue Bloom said, Redskins going to shock some folks. Possibly. It depends on what Kirk Cousins you get. If you get the last year Kirk Cousins, I agree. You can shock some folks. That's a guy who threw for 49, 100 yards. You can shock some folks.
But this is the thing. Like, one of the things that made the skin so deadly last year, Deshaun Jackson, Pierre Garçon, and you had Crowder as a number 3.
Right. Crowder's going number 2.
You lose Deshaun Jackson, who probably who's probably one of the most electrifying outside threats in the league. You lose
Pierre to the 49ers.
And so your rebuttal to that was bringing in Terrell Pryor, who only had 1 decent season. I mean, he might do something, but you bring in that's who you bring in, and you don't have a proven number 3.
Well, they drafted Josh Dodson out of TCU, so he has to play.
He hadn't played.
He ain't played.
He's like Laquan Trevor with Minnesota. He hasn't played the game.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So you just so not only are they coming in as rookies, especially on the offensive side, they coming in as a rookie now, and they are a year off of football. That's tough. When I'm asking you to be a key part of what I'm trying to do in the league.
But to his benefit, he's the 4th target in that offense.
Yeah.
So to his benefit, you say yourself, okay, you got Jordan Reed, who's probably gonna be the 1st target. Then you gonna have Terrell Pryor, who's gonna be the 2nd target.
No, Crowder.
Crowder. Then Terrell Pryor. Then you start saying, okay, I got Rob Kelly. You start looking at maybe some of the running back positions, saying yourself, okay, there's some things I'm gonna look into there. But my man Q Young said, yeah, shock him with the low ticket sales.
Nah. So before we move on to the AFC West, so this is what we say. The Giants are winning this division.
Yes.
Cowboys might be a wild card. Might.
between them and the Redskins.
Nah, there might be a wild card.
And I'm just saying that because the Redskins have a franchise quarterback. Yeah, and I can't say that. But I think Dak Prescott takes a whole step back this year. We got 16 games of tape on Dak Prescott, and guess what?
Guess what, Phil? He struggled late. When you got tape, you struggle late.
You struggle late.
It's easy to shine when you got no tape. I'm telling you.
So he gonna struggle. That's just what it. I don't disagree with them making him the starter, and them moving on from Tony, but he gonna struggle this year because they got tape, and I think that
Now, I do want to say this now. If the NFL dropped their nuts and stop being afraid of
bad press
of Jerry Jones, because put it this way, you put Zeke on any other team in America with the same problem he had, he's suspended right now. It's only because what Jerry Jones has done for the NFL, and he's probably like the most powerful, influential owner in
sports.
But I don't want to say sports because we don't know too much. We don't know what goes on with baseball
or basketball.
Basketball, you know what I'm saying? We don't know who those guys.
Obviously, Jerry Steinbrenner is dead, but if he was still living, and obviously Dr. Buss was living, then they're just an effective owners.
We don't know because
in sports,
one of the that's one of the things about the other leagues. If something if something goes on personally with them, they'll keep it, you know what I'm saying? They'll keep that, they'll put that clamp real quick.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But football, these guys, something blows up and, it's out there. And it lingers. But had he played for any other person on any other team, he's suspended 8 games. I'm telling you. But since it's on
Cowboys.
Must
see TV, baby.
I'm telling you one thing. He might be suspended by a couple of seasons. Look,
he's gonna get suspended.
If Brady can get suspended,
he's getting suspended.
Nobody's safe. That's just what it is.
He's getting suspended. I just think that the biggest thing I didn't like about it was I don't like this double standard that went from an owner because and I get it. Ezekiel, people are 7,000 people in the stands, people, and 50,000 let us see Ezekiel Elliott, and only 40 are here to see Lucky Whitehead. So I understood what we're trying to say as sports fans. Not just sports fans, but just sports. People are here to see Ezekiel Elliott. So the owner is standing behind his allegations. But for a guy who was on your same team that you decided to release behind an incident, an allegation that he was not even in the state to be involved in.
Right.
You could put that guy back on your team. You could say, you know what, we made a mistake. We're gonna, attempt to.
First of all, that shouldn't even came up. Why did it was mistaken identity? Like you got actual footage of Zeke messing up. You got actual footage of him messing up, but you
that's what rubbed me about the Cowboy incident, and I was just like, listen, that's just as a fan, I'm saying to myself, we got to stop sending. You send it as double standard, but I get it. Ezekiel is the star.
Man, you know what Jerry Jones doing. Last time I won a ship, I had problems. I had people with personal problems. I had a cocaine user. I had a wife beater. I had somebody that had criminal charges against them. I need these guys. I need somebody to get on cocaine. I got the criminal charges, and I need a wife beater, and I'm gonna make it back to get a ring.
I'm getting there.
That what Jerry doing, and all y'all real cowgirl fans know it. Y'all just don't want to say it. I'm gonna say it.
I'm gonna say it this way here. You're about to step back. You'd be lucky if you make the wild card.
Yep.
I'm telling you that right now. This Dak Prescott stuff that you saw last year, get ready to tune in because guess what? He going to start the game without Ezekiel Elliott, and we're going to see what it really about. Mm-hmm. I'm telling you that right now. It's about to.
Well, with that offensive line though, you don't matter who you could put the leading rusher for the Lighthouse.
Yeah, Lighthouse of the Blind. You know what I'm saying? and go rush for 1,000 yards. I got it. We know who the MVP of the Dallas Cowboy offense is. And it starts with the guy on the left, Mr. Tyron Smith, and it goes over to the right.
All the way to Zach Martin.
It is what it is. Well, listen, we got to take our last break, guys. Listen, don't go nowhere. We got to talk to AFC and NFC West for the past 15 minutes of this show.
Yeah.
Yeah, baby. Got to talk Raiders football, baby. Beast mode. Don't go nowhere.
Turn down for what? Turn down for what?
This is Remus Bowman. I want to invite you every Monday at 12 o'clock live for you and your credit. You can call in, you can ask me questions. Believe me, I've got most of the answers for you. We're going to help you get a good credit score. We're going to open doors for you to have an opportunity to be successful and pay low interest for your automobile, your home, your credit cards, everything that you buy. We're going to put you on a great path to have a successful future. Send me your request for information. I'll be glad to answer your question. Every Monday at 12 o'clock, join me from 12 to 1 Monday afternoon for You and Your Credit, originating from New Orleans Talk Network.
Y'all know me, this the people person here.
Big homie head. It's your boy Fred.
This man, big fan.
Right. Listen, we're your hosts of the New Orleans Talk Network's FanView. Real fans talk real sports. Check us out every Thursday night, 6 p.m.
There's soul food, and then there's food for the soul. At a time where we live to eat, the Praline Connection restaurant serves up recipes that reach back into days long gone. You know, the kind of meals your mama cooked up for Sunday dinner. Fried chicken with macaroni and cheese and candied yams, homemade meatloaf with garlic mashed potatoes and string beans, or Nolan's filet gumbo. That's the real soul you get only at the Praline Connection restaurant, located at the corner of Chalmers and Frenchman Street in the Marinade.
Now New Orleans has a choice. Download the New Orleans Talk Network app for your mobile device or listen at www.neworleanstalknetwork.com.
We're back, folks. You know,
There it is.
you know, we back again, you know, for the last segment of the show.
Last segment of the show.
About to jump into the AFC West and the NFC
NFC
West.
West.
Don't forget, man, feel free to call 504-341-8255. You can call or text. You can hit us up on the Facebook Live link right now that we on. You can hit us up on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter. You know, you name it, we there.
We there.
You can hit us up, you know, from the fan page or personally. You know,
Hit us up. Let us know. Again, this is our show. This is FanView. We're just talking sports, man.
We
That's
here
what the
for
show-
y'all.
Share this page with anybody that you know. Share people online right now, because that's what we're doing right now. You know, this is an opportunity for us to talk sports. As worldwide, baby. You see me, I'm getting your comments in. We having this discussion.
Yeah.
We getting it all in. Now let's talk about the AFC. Let's talk about the NFC West.
Yeah.
Let's talk about how bad this division is in football. It's one of the worst divisions in football, people.
It's probably the worst.
It's the worst.
No,
we got
wait,
the Rams, who had the first overall pick, and they did nothing. They drafted the
AFC North might be the worst.
No.
Cleveland.
Oh no! I'm about to prove that they just got Cleveland. They got 3 other teams that are competitive.
Yeah.
See, this over here, we got two teams with no quarterback. 2. Matter of fact, you might have got 3.
No, just 2.
Just 2. Could Carson Palmer still the quarterback?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay. So we had 2 teams with no quarterbacks over here. We had the 49ers with their best quarterback on the roster right now, maybe Matt Barkley.
Who?
Brian. Exactly.
Brian Hoyer.
Brian Hoyer. Then we got the Rams over here with Sean Mick. I can't even pronounce the name. And then you got Jared Goff, who shouldn't have played a snap last year. It's bad. It's bad over there. The Cardinals, Carson Palmer 1 hit away from. The Cardinals are 1 play away from Drew Stanton being started.
Didn't they draft a quarterback?
No.
They drafted a quarterback.
Who?
Hold on.
The Cardinals?
Yep.
He won't play. Drew Stanton the backup.
You keep talking.
So I'm saying to myself, when you are this bad in a division, this division has gotten back to the year when the Saints after came off that Super Bowl year, and it was 2010. I know they lost. I don't want to reminisce about it. I know we lost to the Seahawks, but the Seahawks that year made the playoffs at 7-9. This division is equivalent to that now. Now, granted, the Seahawks are now a good team. They have Russell Wilson. You know, you have some solid players on offense. You know, you have a very, very, very good defense. the Seahawks are respectable to say they're going to win the division because they're not competing against nobody. The 49ers don't have a quarterback. They're not going nowhere. The Rams, they head coach 30 years old. You know they got problems. You could put them out the way. In the Cardinals, they are one injury away from Carson Palmer not playing football again and Drew Stanton starting. You know they're not going nowhere. And when Larry Fitzgerald, as much as I love Larry Fitzgerald, a Hall of Fame career, arguably, in some people's mind, a top 5 wideout to ever play in all of football, and if he's still your best receiver today, you got problems. You have problems. I love Larry Fitzgerald. I think everything about his career has been outstanding. But going into his 14th season, you can't afford to have him as your best wideout. I mean, John Brown can't be your second best receiver. I mean, you got issues. You have issues. David Johnson's a heck of a talent. You can't take that away from their offense.
I know it wasn't true.
But this is a bad division in the NFC West. I think it's the worst division in all of football. I think the AFC West is better. And you know that's bad. That's how bad the NFC West is. The Seahawks are going to sweep this division like nothing ever happened. Period, point blank. It's in disarray. And they're going to do it with Jimmy Graham being unproductive.
Let me tell you something, man. This Cardinals team is going to surprise some people. This is why. They got something back that they didn't have the past couple of years. They got that defensive stuff back this year. They got Hassan Riddick.
Okay, yeah.
Buda Baker.
Okay.
You got the Honey Badger coming back.
He's healthy.
You got Pat.
Told you his technique ain't all the way there, but go ahead. He's talent. His technique ain't all the way. He gets beat. Man. But he in the bad division, so he good. He ain't no receivers.
Guess what, man? They gonna get after it. They gonna get after. I'm just saying, you got the best running back in the division.
Hands down. Hands down. Hands down.
You got the best offensive-minded head coach in the division. Stop. You don't even think about it. All Seattle do is zone read right, zone read left. Hey, dirty low. Hey, Russell, scramble to right, scramble to left. Hey, try to throw it up to Doug Ball when he like to make circus catches. You know, they look. No.
You have me think of 2 seconds, okay?
No.
I'm like, okay, let me think here.
You don't even, Jay Group, you don't know what Jay can do with that.
I know the Rams. I know the Rams' offensive line is horrible.
What's old buddy name that came from the Falcons? The offense coordinator that's not a head coach.
Kyle Shanahan.
Let's see that system. Let's see that system work without Julio.
That system won't work without a quarterback.
Let's see that system work without Julio, Devontae Freeman, Telvin Coleman, Mohamed Sanu, Matt Ryan. Let's see that system work here with Blaine Gabbert.
No,
Brian Hoyer, Pierre Garçon,
Barkley.
Who they running back here?
Carlos Hyde.
Yeah, Carlos Hyde. Let's see that work here.
It's bad. That's bad. That is a bad team, boy.
So this is how Seattle
gonna sweep this division.
Cardinals.
Yes. And the first and second overall pick of both teams will be the Rams and
San Francisco
and the Rams
because they younger and they got a better defense and they proven they show. And Rams will come in last
between the Jets and the Rams.
Because the reason why the Rams will come in last because they got Jared Goff.
That's correct.
And your best receiver is 5'8".
Tavon Austin,
5'8".
They got Rashad. They got Robert Woods,
5'8". And
you got Gurley, baby. You got Ty Gurley, baby.
5 foot. That's all you got. They got 9 in the box. 5'8" on the outside. 3/4 spike with 3/4 spike. And look, your nickel back.
You got Robert Woods, man. He got to bring his family out. He back in L.A. USC days.
Your nickel back is 5'8".
Joyner,
5'8". JJ Nelson is 6'3". Doug Baldwin is 6'4". These are guys that play the slot.
Hey! You got Tremaine Johnson, baby. He got to cover somebody.
He on the outside.
Good luck.
He on outside. Now he balls on outside. Don't get me wrong. Now you got if you Rams, you got Aaron Donald there. You got the best D tackle in the division.
Right.
Ride with that.
You got one. You got the best D tackle in all of football.
You know what I'm saying? Ride with that.
Ride with it. That's all you got.
Ride what you got.
Robert Quinn can't stay healthy. You got Brock who can clock at the middle, and you're hopeless after that. It's hopeless.
You got a converted safety playing. Playing
linebacker.
Look,
you got a 30-year-old head coach.
I'm gonna make this easy for everybody.
You're bad.
AFC West.
Make everybody.
AFC.
Seahawks.
The AFC West.
AFC West.
Probably the most competitive division in football. It's gonna be Broncos. That defense is still there.
No quarterback.
That defense is still there.
No Wade Phillips.
That defense is still there.
Where did Wade Phillips go anyway? Didn't he go to the Rams?
That defense is still there.
To lead, baby, Chris Harris holding it down.
To Von Miller.
Von Miller.
you got arguably
Damian Stewart.
Arguably 1A.
Brandon Marshall.
You got arguably like the first 1A and 1B.
Corner.
Best defensive players in that division in football with
Khalil Mack and Von Miller.
The Chiefs. The Chiefs are the Chargers are no slouch. They are hard out.
But I'm not a buy on the Chargers.
They're no slouch. They are hard out.
You got Keenan and Allen as your best receiver. You got issues.
They no slouch. They are hard out. I mean, that's what all. Look, Joey Bosa got 16.
That's a man. See, now that you mentioned Joey Bosa, look at that division. Now that you mentioned Joey Bosa, you mentioned Joey Bosa, Khalil Mack, and Von Miller.
And I didn't even say the guy who got the most sacks in that division.
Justin
I didn't
Houston.
say Justin Houston.
And D Ford.
Justin Houston.
Just D Ford had about 15 sacks last year.
I'm talking about career-wise.
Right. D Ford was up there, I think, second or third overall in the league in sacks.
Look, let's talk about this. Let's talk about Marcus Peters being at that division. Let's
Top
talk about
corner in all the
Let's
league.
talk about Khalid being at that
Eric
division.
Berry.
Let's talk about Chris Harris being there. Let's talk about Eric Berry. Let's talk about T.J. Ward. Let's talk about what's the boy? Carl Joseph. Jason Verrett. Come on, man. Look, that is the most competitive division. And I'm going to go out on a limb.
And Jason Verrett can cover.
I'm going to go out on a limb. It's going to come down between the Raiders and the Chiefs.
I thought you were about to mention the Chargers.
No.
I'm about to say, boy, something wrong with you.
Football.
Okay.
I know football.
We about to question it all together.
I know
Me and the
football.
fans about to get on you if you mention anything about the Chargers.
I know the football. Because let me tell you something. Chiefs can get after that quarterback.
That they can do. They got two pass rushers.
Chiefs can get after the quarterback.
They got two pass rushers.
They also can cover. They also come up. Everybody on that defense come up for the run too.
Larry Johnson still there?
Who?
On the Chiefs. Larry Johnson.
You talking about the running back? Boy, if you don't stop, that's like Madden 97.
Who the line? No, the linebacker. Derek. Okay, got it. Derek Johnson. Texas. Got it.
You had me scared, boy. You had me scared. You had me scared, boy. Man, look.
What about the running backs in this division? Spencer Ware.
Mm-hmm.
Melvin Ingram.
Mm-hmm.
Now, in Oakland, you got my boy, Beast Mode.
He back. He back,
people.
Behind
and the Chiefs.
Behind probably the second best offensive line in football.
In football. And then you got to mention that the Broncos are kind of like by committee with the running back position with C.J. Anderson and Devontae Booker. You know, Jamal Charles is there.
Yeah.
That's a committee situation. But in Kansas City, Spencer Ware. Beast Mode. Melvin Gordon.
Then you talking about, man, look at the tight ends in this division. Travis Kelce. Good God.
Hunter Henry.
Good God.
Hunter Henry.
Good God. And you still got Gates. That just don't want to collect the check. That will collect the check Gates because he ain't retiring. Then you also got Martellus.
Yeah.
Oh, man. I'm telling you, man, this division. Virgil Green.
Yeah.
Vernon Davis. And we didn't even touch on the receivers. And Demaryius Thomas.
Emmanuel Sanders.
Tyreek
Hill. Amari Cooper.
Crabtree.
Now, I ain't mentioning nobody for the Chargers because you're bad. Keenan Allen is the worst. Can't stay healthy. I'm not buying Keenan Allen.
Look. I don't care what nobody say.
His best day was at Cal.
No, boy. You forgot Keenan Allen put everybody on the mat that how bad Richard Sherman can't cover unless he press. He torched that boy. Go look it up. You can stop all this. Everybody, Keenan Allen can straight out go. The problem is he been hurt.
Sherman?
Look it up. It's on YouTube. It's out there. The eye in the sky. Hey, as a coach, everybody tell you, the eye in the sky don't lie. The film is out there, baby. The film is out there.
Film with Patrick Peterson out there. We ain't talking about Richard Sherman. We talking about elite.
You said what?
Elite.
He my frat brother. No, but you can't be considered elite. You play one side of the field. I'm sorry. None of the greats play one side of the field.
Champ.
He didn't play one side of the field. Stop it.
When we see him on the right?
Champ played on the number one receiver. Wherever that number one receiver went, he went. Stop it.
When was Champ on the right? Left corner.
I just tell the people.
Left corner. Champ. For all my Broncos fans who watch Champ. Left corner.
You forgot where he started at?
Washington.
Okay. He went.
Where he spent most of his career at? Denver.
He went. Number one receiver, go, I go. And then you gotta think, football's changed. The number one receiver always lining up on the right side of the field.
Now they line up in the slot.
They line up anywhere. In the line. Wherever number one receiver go, when 21 out there, he at. I don't care. Look, they put him in the backfield, he gonna line up at middle linebacker.
It gets bad. It gets bad quick. All the talent in the world ain't no technique.
Shoot. I'm trying to, man.
Ain't no
but
technique.
Man, look, that division. Look, man,
that division stacked, bro. It is one of the toughest divisions in football. I will say that.
I'm interested to see how Carr bounced back off of that late season injury. Man, but the way Jack Del Rio got this, like it's like his team believes in him and he believes in his team. Like
I believe in Derek Carr.
You know but you know Andy Reid always I don't know where he finds playmakers at. And knows how to use them. And look,
Spencer Ware gets drafted at LSU in the 6th round to Seattle. They put him at fullback and gets waived, and all of a sudden he goes to Kansas City and is all pro back.
Look.
I don't get it.
You lose the all-time. You lose your franchise all-time leader in Russia. Don't worry about it. He's a Pro Bowler.
He's a pro right here.
Where he come from? Tyreek Hill. Out of nowhere.
Who is he? Never heard of it.
One of the most electric. Good Lord.
Who is he?
He's scoring from.
We just released German Hackman.
Punt return, kickoff return, running the ball, and catching the ball. Where he come from? With a quarterback that I don't have to throw the ball downfield with, that won't turn the ball over for me, that's going. Y'all can talk about it. Yeah, he nickel it down, but guess what? He gonna gain.
I will say this though. The Denver Broncos can really surprise some people if they can identify who the quarterback going to be week 1 and stick with that guy. You cannot go back and forth between Trevor Siemian and Paxton Lynch. You got to determine a guy by the 3rd game of preseason and stick with him. And I think Paxton is the most talented one. But I think Trevor is the one who's up to par on playbook and understanding the position.
That's the thing.
But he's not the talented one.
This is the thing. You redshirted Paxton.
That's true.
You redshirted Paxton. You better be sure. And then you got.
I think he's the talented one out the bunch.
Denver has another issue to handle too. Who replaces DeMarcus Ware? That's a big question mark.
Yes, but you don't have to feel that right now because of having Vaughn and Brandon Marshall and having other guys on that defense. Don't get me wrong, it's a concern, but you don't have to feel it. The biggest concern is the quarterback.
Well, you have to feel it because you used him as stand-up outside, and you also put his hand in the ground and brought on another guy from the outside. So it's.
But that position can get developed. Somebody can kind of.
But Wade ain't there.
That's a fact. I forgot about that piece yet. But you have a head coach who's a defensive mind.
And who's from New Orleans.
Sure, baby. Yeah. West Bend guy. So you do have a guy who can do that. But I'm just looking at that division. I'm saying, man, listen, the Broncos figure out the quarterback. I think it's Lynch. I think Trevor Siemian had his shot last year. And I think when he didn't take that job and take it over.
It was never his. He knew what it was. It was a bridge job.
Right.
I'm gonna give you enough to just get you over that hump. Boom, you over the bridge. Now it's supposed to be Paxton's
Right.
turn.
It's Paxton's turn, and I think it's stick with Paxton. If Paxton could do the job, then I think he got something. But I think the Chargers. Is it fair to say the Chargers be at the bottom of the division, but competitive?
Yeah.
And then you're gonna have a toss-up between these top three. And I know the Raiders look like the team that should win, but that's not guaranteed.
That's why I said
that's not guaranteed.
Look, defense reigns supreme in that division.
In that division.
Defense
hands down.
And solid quarterback play.
Correct. You don't have to be elite, but you have to be solid. You can't turn over the football.
You can never count Phillip Rivers out.
No.
He's showing you he did it with a lot of talent. He did it with no talent.
So you can't count Phillip out, but at the same time, I'm counting on his receivers because his receivers are bad.
He did it without him before. So, hey, look, man, that was our show for this week. We appreciate all the love. Once again, we'd like to thank Coach Brown from St. Helena College and Career Academy for coming on.
Appreciate it, Coach. I'm about that mess, Coach.
Look, man. If there's a high school that y'all want us to reach out to, man, feel free to hit us up. The same way, you can send us a message. Don't forget, we want one of our fans to come on. So go to the fan page, go to the about section, send us a message. Send it. We get it. We had some people reached out. We ain't gonna mention no name, Mr. Terry.
Shout out to my man Jason. His grandfather passed.
Oh, I'm sorry.
He's out there in Biloxi right now. But
told me that before I said that. Now I look like an ass. I apologize for that. Sorry, prayers and condolences to your family. But shout out to we got it going on the top. Shout out to Quentin, Lou, Blue. Shout out to all of the family and friends of Coach Brown, that tuned in, commented. Look, like the page, share the page. Look, we all about helping the kids make it to the next level. That's what we're about here. We're not trying to piggyback off nobody else.
Nope, not at all.
Nobody does it like us.
Those are the facts.
And we're here. We're here for we're gonna be doing big stuff. We're gonna have kids coming on announcing commitments. We're gonna be this is y'all show.
This is y'all show. This is
for our community. So we here for y'all. Help us grow. Let's do this together.
Again, this is the show. This is a talk show about sports. This is us as fans communicating as fans with each other about how we feel about sports, and that's what this is all about, man. We appreciate everybody tuning in. Staying tuned. Tune into next week. Next week we get into what we gonna get into. What division we gonna get into?
AFC North,
NFC North.
We gotta say the best for last.
We gotta say the best for last, baby. We gotta say the NFC South and the AFC for last, baby.
So, but also with that, don't forget to check out our partners at the Parleen Connection.
Parleen Connection, baby.
Don't forget tonight is seafood night at
After Dark Bar and Grill.
Don't forget tonight is steak night. Also at 3J's tonight. If you buy a drink, you get free turkey neck and corn, baby.
That's what I heard.
That's
I've been making it stop, baby.
And look,
Justin in that building.
For all of the Higgins alone, from 2000, when Higgins stopped being real? Y'all know the real years.
05. I'm gonna go as far as 05. After 05, I don't know you.
You know what I'm saying? But look, there's a big party this Saturday.
3J's,
at
baby.
3J's, the Higgins reunion party. Be there. Or just be square.
Be square. I'm gonna be in attendance. You already know what time of day it is. Listen, I'm your boy Fred.
You know what I'm saying? Hurricane hit, baby.
Listen, thank y'all for tuning in. Look, share this page with a friend. Let you know everybody know. Look, there's a great sports show out here in New Orleans, man. FanView, Real Fans Talk Sports. Again, don't forget to check out New Orleans Talk Network on YouTube. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Don't forget to check us out, www.NewOrleansTalkNetwork.com.
Be blessed, people.
Be blessed. We out.
Turn down for what? Yo. Turn down for what? Yo. Turn down for what? Yo.